So I've been running this Gaige The Necromancer mod for the past couple days, and we have gotten her to OP10. I went ahead and got a character with maxed out gear just for some testing and stuff like that, but I pretty much have equipped the stuff I would run on this character at OP10 if I was interested in playing her, and I have her spec'd out exactly how I would want her to be if I was going to go do stuff like raid bossing or mobbing. So I had a dumb idea. What happens if you launch the game without the mod enabled? So we're going to go ahead and test that and just see what the character looks like, see what she runs like, and then we'll just kind of figure out what we can do with the character from there. Alright, so game is back open. To launch the mod, I would have to use this right here. If I pressed enter, it would enable the mod, so that whenever we load into the game, it would be set up and good to go. But if you do not do that, it will load the character as if she was vanilla. So, immediate note, we have 3 skill points. That is because Smaller, Lighter, Faster, and Anarchy's skill point requirement were swapped. So we can go ahead and spec Smaller, Lighter, Faster and feel okay about that. Let's see, we have an extra 50 stacks, we have Robot Rampage, we have Blood-Soaked Shields, which will be kind of unfortunate because I want to run this character melee like she would run in the mod. We get extra stacks sometimes, we have Discord, which Discord is nice, we have 1 stack in Death from Above, we have Rational Anarchist, we have the Nth Degree, and we have With Claw still, so that's super nice, we still have that. We have a point and more pep, which is kind of fun, I guess. We have Buck Up, which is going to be really unfortunate if we want to run this character melee, because Death Trap is going to want to replenish our shield, and we only have 1 Death Trap, which is going to feel really, really bad. We have Unstoppable Force, which will also make it harder to run a melee shield. The max health and the Death Trap max health is kind of nice. The Explosive Clap will allow us to have some crowd control with the single Death Trap we'll have. The Maid of Sterner stuff gives us a little bit of armor health. Technically, it reduces the amount of fire damage you take, something like that. It's super weird and specific. A little more action skill cooldown, and sharing is caring, of course. So yeah, we pretty much will take this character. I guess I'll stack up Anarchy on her, and then treat her as if she was melee from there.
I know, I'm so bad.
Alright, we are now at max Anarchy. We can go ahead and unequip this, put our Norfleet back on, put on just a Firebone because that's what we had on. And now let's just go to like Bloodshot and just see how the character handles from here. Now, keep in mind, this character could one-shot normal health bars before I disabled it, before I disabled the mod anyway. And I could just apply slag by jumping like this, which I won't really have. Yeah, this is definitely a reduction in the amount of damage we deal. Of course, having a broken shield will give us more damage, but we're going to instantly replenish it, which feels really, really bad. So this character against like a raid boss it wouldn't work. I mean, it might work, but I would have to restrip my shield. I guess this is where something like a Love Thumper would be nice. We could also respec the character to make it actually work. And that's probably what we will do really quick, just to see what we could get away with. We went ahead and respec the character to try to make her work more in vanilla. The skill tree spread is a little bit different. We avoid anything that gives us our shield back, so Fancy Mathematics, Buck Up, Unstoppable, Blood-Soaked Shield, stuff like that. We have a little bit of shield capacity here, which doesn't matter because it doesn't make it recharge faster. We've got more melee damage. We've got 250 extra stacks here. I could run a Slayer of Terracom, and that would get us up to like the 600 stacks, whatever it is, so that we could have more melee damage with it. And that might give us a chance of being close to what the character could do with mods. But overall, the build is pretty much what I would have run if I wanted this character melee. Alright, there we go. We are at max stacks. We can go ahead and switch back to our rapier. We will go back to Bloodshot. Just poke a couple things, see how the character fares compared to what she used to do. So once again, we're looking for a one-shot, pretty much, is what our character was capable of with the mods. So we just have to walk a little bit more forward since we cleared that room. Not quite. Of course, Death Trap is going to be a lot more useful now, though, which is super nice for us. We do want our shield to be broken, so we're going to have to wait and see if someone will do that for us. Okay. Honestly, for a melee character, that's respectable damage, right? Like, it's not a 0, it's not a Krieg. But as a quirky Gage, like, yeah, that's kind of fun. Honestly, not bad. I would have expected melee Gage to be a lot worse. But yeah, that feels good. I feel like this is a good overview of what melee Gage would have felt like if we ran vanilla. The movement speed feels a lot worse. The melee damage is obviously lower. But that's the fun of mods, right? So yeah, that is pretty much it. Yeah, feels good.